If you can love your good-for-nothing father that was working 12 hours a goddamn day, then why can't you love your husband?
Where are these fathers?
You can't choose your daddy.
You can't choose your daddy.
Exactly. So when do you take accountability for choosing your man? Y'all be the first to talk about how a woman brings support.
Here we go.
She brings motivation, inspiration, prayer. She can bring a man from the peaks to the valleys. When we first moved in with each other, I was going through a hard time. Like, seriously, it was a bad time for me.
Why were you dating?
Why was I dating? But why was I dating? Because I was still an amazing man.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
No, you said, why was I dating?
Cooker.
Because I was still an amazing man.
I'm about to read something. If you give me a chance, I'm about to read my research. I'm about to put my little facts out real quick.
We love
all
facts.
in it,
with facts.
We don't want your feelings, Alan.
So when it comes to our relationships in the Black community, people that were born and raised in the Black community, when a community hasn't had consistent access, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Mad in
Don't
the
be
comments.
sorry.
When a community hasn't had consistent access
Say
to
sorry
wealth,
to those
conversations
folks.
about family roles don't come from abundance. They come from survival. That's why discussions about Black women being housewives can be triggering or create fear or resistance among some Black men. In cultures where generational stability is provided, there's a feeling of natural. It's a natural feeling. In communities shaped by economic interruption, it can feel overwhelming. That tension isn't about love; it's about security.
I don't understand where people think that all these ethnicity groups or these other communities are just thriving in abundance to where they're just rich and just lavish lifestyles. Majority of people are average or below average, and they're still thriving when it comes down to a family dynamic between a man and a woman coexisting with each other to raise a family. So all this because the Black people were disenfranchised throughout the years. We understand the history, but we can't sit right here and say that people have not dated and been together in times of poverty.
I don't agree.
I know you don't.
You want to know why? Because if you can love your good-for-nothing father that was working 12 hours a goddamn day, then why can't you love your husband?
Where are these fathers?
Listen.
And there we go.
Once again, if you can love your dad, whether he had it or he didn't, then why can't you love your man or your husband?
No, if my daddy good for nothing,
There are so many women out there with good-for-nothing fathers that love their father.
Well, you can't choose your daddy.
You can't choose your daddy.
Okay, exactly. So when do you take accountability for choosing your man?
But that's the point that I'm making. Why is it an issue to not want that for yourself? And why is it so hard to?
But what y'all are doing is choosing the man.
There are roles, and you're saying our role as a woman is not appreciated. You said that when we say we want a man, we want certain things in a man, but then you're saying that there's nothing that you think of, nothing that comes to mind when you think of what you want in a woman. What does a great woman provide?
I think you don't want your father. A lot of these women will say they love their fathers, but ultimately the guy that you would need to date that qualifies, that live the same life your father lived, you would disqualify him, which is crazy to me.
The reason we're constantly having this argument is because we keep drawing hard lines. There are no hard lines. I don't think that there are hard lines.
For anything?
Wait, just hear where I'm coming from. As far as relationships, I think sometimes you're going to meet a woman that loves to cook and clean. Sometimes you're going to meet a woman that loves to cook, that doesn't like to clean. Doesn't mean she's not a great woman. True. Sometimes you may meet a woman that can't cook, can't clean, because she didn't grow up in a household that taught her to.
That is true. We can't write everybody off.
Mean she's not a great woman. I think sometimes you may meet a man.
Wait. For you, that's the difference.
Hold on. Wait. Now let me give you the flip side. I think sometimes you may meet a man that doesn't make $200,000 a year. You know, and I don't like to put us on Front Street, but in my relationship, when we first moved in with each other, right? I was going through hard times.
Respect.
Like, seriously, it was a bad time for me.
Why were you dating?
See, I don't like that type of state. Why were you dating? It doesn't matter. People are going to find people that they deem attractive or qualified candidates, regardless whether they have it or they don't have it. The thing about it is, are your standards too high? Because when we just talking about surviving, it don't take much to just do the bare minimum, just being honest.
Why was I dating?
Or were
Because-
you dating already and then you had bad times?
No, yeah, I was dating, but
Oh, okay.
but why was I dating? Because I was still an amazing man.
No. That's not what I'm saying.
No, you said why was I dating?
Cooker.
Because I was still an amazing man.
Well, the only reason I asked that was because I feel like a lot of times, and this is for men and women, when you are not in a like stable place, like for yourself, like why are you?
I don't believe in that.
Well,
And the reason I don't believe in that.
Can I?
Sure, I'm sorry.
I just don't believe that you should be worried about dating. Your first priority should be like getting to a safe space for yourself.
Okay.
I think a lot of these women's standards are too high. I'm just being honest. I don't think it comes down to. I definitely agree that someone should have their finances together, depending on your age. But that's going to matter which age timeline you in that you are trying to date. But to say that most of these guys don't have their things together, I think women's standards are just out of the roof sometimes, depending on who you're dealing with.
Let's
can bleed
let's
into your
give clarity. Let's give clarity.
Can't you do it at the same time?
No, I don't.
Let's give clarity.
I actually don't.
Let's give clarity. My monthly bills are $10,000 a month. I've always been able to cover my monthly bills. My broke is not everybody's.
Right.
That could be a good thing and a bad thing at the same damn time.
Agree.
That's number one. That's number one.
Saying that for
Okay.
years.
Now, for me, I would rather deal with a woman when I'm going through hard times to know if it's real or not. To me, and 3 years later, that is why I'm with my partner. Because
But your hard times ain't the same as other people's hard times.
No, that's not necessarily.
You probably could still do the nice dinners and
No,
stuff.
that's not necessarily true. Because once again, if all I can pay is the bills, then we still scrape.
Yeah, but you got a nice crib. Sometimes
It doesn't.
I'm just
But
joking.
you also have a woman that can like pick up the slack.
Yeah,
But-
but you ask him why is he dating?
But
he's
you
talking
ask
about
me,
himself.
why am I
Yeah,
dating?
why is he dating?
I'm dating because the woman I want is here for me.
Wait, okay, I get what you're saying, but in my opinion, if you can meet your bills, I think that's fine.
Okay, a large majority of people can just meet their bills. We talking about you trying to do this lavish lifestyle, trips, traveling. That's where women get fatigued at when it comes down to when guys aren't doing the things that they want them to do. That bare minimum goes out the window.
I'm saying is that if you are in a place where you don't have security or the basics, which is food, shelter, like all of like
So what about,
the necessity.
women to tell you if you can't afford to go out on a date or two a month, then you shouldn't be dating. You understand? But for me, no, I'm sorry. I'd rather deal with someone at a time that we got to go through the fire together.
We're talking about two different things though.
That's real.
How?
Because so what you're saying, like I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, like my husband launched a business. I think it's maybe a year and a half ago now. Thank God it has actually done well. And we also we just launched our new business, right? And so because we're out of pocket so much, things are tighter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm not worried about can I go on a date? Or is the mortgage paid?
Yes.
But
Wait, hold
I'm
on.
also married.
But I'm
Exactly.
saying like even still, we could just be partners.
Stop it. You're married. You're going to have a different experience than the people out here meeting people for the first time. You already been with your guy. You done grew with your guy, but you sitting right here trying to apply y'all business ventures to people who are single, trying to meet good candidates. Outside of a business venture, you just trying to find good moral character, someone who's willing to build and grow with you. It's going to be different. You conflating the two.
And is the mortgage paid? Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna say mortgage. Is the rent paid? Are the lights on? Is the gas on? Is there food in the house? I'm talking about necessities.
But y'all,
Your mindset is an anomaly.
because you're already invested in this
Exactly.
relationship.
Exactly.
But you guys were moving in together though.
Right?
Yes. But at the same time, what I'm saying is hardship. I think all relationships should
We
be.
going through a hardship right now.
I think you don't know what you have until
Sorry,
your
bro.
relationship is tested.
But I also
Facts.
can I just
Anything given easy will not be valued. I think this world has tests all around us, and it's meant to test how strong you in it for real.
Hey, if you can't pay the rent, you don't need to be dating.
dating.
Period.
I think that certain
What if two
things are
people
going to
can't pay the
bleed
rent?
into. I think certain things are going
Then
to
they should
bleed
be
into.
dating.
certain
No.
I don't know, man. I just see things differently because I understand that life is
Be
peaks and valleys, man. And
But how can you afford to date if you can't afford to pay rent?
why does dating cost? Getting to know someone should not cost. Getting to know
Does
someone
gas cost?
should be according to whatever's going on in your life.
But that's not fair because you said
if I'm saying
you said
Mhm.
get with a person that don't want nothing, give her everything. But why talk to somebody
best.
that's going through mad stuff because they want something? So I'm gonna want something if I'm going through something that I'm dating.
Because you see potential.
You need to be able to.
Most of these women already do it anyway. That's the scary part. They already date guys who ain't doing nothing, ain't about nothing. They date off looks a lot of the time. They date off finances. They just can't get it right. I'm just being honest.
Quote that again, sir.
Because you see
Why does
potential
dating
and you
cost?
see something there. Yeah, but we were friends for years.
And that is fine, but the thing is, I think you're either like
Purposely not.
yeah,
don't wanna-
it's something because again, if you are in a precarious situation such that you cannot meet your monthly bills, right? And let's just say you rent, let's just say, so there's no mortgage involved. So you're paying your rent, your lights, your gas, your health insurance, whatever. Like if you are struggling that much and you can't meet your necessities, I'm not saying your wants, your basic necessities. Why are you dating? Because
So let me ask you a question.
wait, let me finish.
You're doing
Because
extreme.
in my mind, shouldn't you be like focusing all your attention on like
your feet.
repositioning yourself such that you can like
You know what? But you know what's
motivation.
She's doing the extreme. Most people are meeting the bare minimum of their necessities, just being honest.
Wait. I was just about to say, you know what's so
Motivate yourself.
crazy? Y'all be the first to talk about how a woman brings support.
Here we go.
She brings motivation,
Yes,
inspiration, prayer. She can bring a man from the peaks to the valleys. She can bring. So my question to you is,
Where's that?
what is the cost of getting to know someone?
The sad part is that a lot of these women are lying. It is a snare trap. It's a Venus snare trap. The entrap guys, most of them don't bring the things that they say they bring. A lot of them are, a woman's income average is lower than a man's income average. So already based off that, and a large majority of women are very average. So if you take that into account, these women is selling dreams. They're selling dreams to the guy because they don't bring all these great things that a woman is supposed to bring. Because guess what? You still need to be taught those things. You got to be nurtured and groomed from a child to becoming an adult for that stuff to stick. Most of these guys are just sticking you, and then they're just sticking around. That's where the biggest misconception is going to come from. Women are going to just sell you all these dreams, and this sounds nice, and this is good and sweet. It's a lie. So what he just said is crazy because nobody's going to be able to say anything about that because most women nowadays don't do that, just being honest.
From a woman's perspective.
I'll tell you. How much is gas per gallon?
$3.50.
God damn it.
Right? Okay. How much is makeup?
It's gone.
It fell.
How much is clothes? Let's just say you own them, but you got to send them to the cleaners. Like things cost. Like I don't care what anybody says. In order to date,
You don't throw them clothes in the washing machine to dry? Quit playing.
money is required at a very
Not when you're dealing
minimum.
with the right person.
It's not true.
I
Gas costs.
don't.
Ubers cost. Like
Ubers.
the bus, everything. It costs at a minimum. And time is valuable. It's actually the most valuable thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how you can say, like, even if you just go meet in a park,
It's a New
right?
York
How you
perspective.
get there?
Whoa.
You know what?
No, but y'all don't. No. Y'all don't live where you can just.
I can still walk. I leave the house 45 minutes early.
I can't stand you. I
Well,
can't
listen.
stand you.
Well, I think the argument
City
you
bike?
guys have two
You gotta
different
pay for
arguments.
that.
You're
Two
talking
different
about
arguments.
your priorities,
He's talking about
and he's
love.
talking about the ability to date.
Get to know someone.
regardless should be free.
Yeah,
So
I'm
there's
talking
just
about
two
to get to
different
know
priorities.
somebody.
No, should. But is it in reality is what I'm saying.
That's the difference.
It's-
All depending on who you're dealing with. All
Did you
depending
eat
on
in my face?
all depending on who. Listen, let me tell you something.
You are
Why you
giving
keep putting your feet on the couch?
And I will give her all the credit in the world when it comes to the person I am with because we can go to Long John Steakhouse. Most times, babe, let's go
What
to
steakhouse?
Long John Steakhouse. Babe, let's go to Long John Steakhouse.
Longhorn.
Longhorn.
Long John. That's what it's
Oh dang, he said Long John. It's Longhorn. That's funny as hell.
Longhorn. Yeah. Most times it's
Long
babe,
Long
Silvers?
John.
listen, babe,
That's what I was thinking.
hold on, babe. Let's go to Longhorn Steakhouse, babe. Let's go to McDonald's.
I'm not doing
Let's go
McDonald's.
cheat.
love cheese.
Let's go. And listen.
Garden, it's over.
And that doesn't mean
Are they giving out free meals?
wait, and that doesn't mean that we don't go to STK. We don't go to Brooklyn Chop House. That doesn't mean that.
You guys
What
are
I'm
still having a
saying
separate
is,
conversation.
at the end of the day with her, where it's like, babe, what we doing tonight? What you want to do? Babe, I just want to chill with you. I just want to sit across
McDonald's
from
is
Even if
actually
you
pretty
stay-
expensive
even-
fast food.
And-
I
Even
ain't
if,
gonna
no,
lie.
Hold on.
Even if you stay inside,
And
it costs.
and
You need the lights.
and I will say this.
Bro, if you said the man is paying the bare minimum of bills, you can sit inside the house. What are you talking about? We talking about somebody that's already paying the bare minimum. A lot of people are doing that. If you're in one of these high cities where that's not capable, get out of the high city. I cannot see myself living in a place just for the glitz and glamour, but I gotta pay an egregious amount of bills to sustain and survive. That's crazy.
And I will say this. And maybe that's why we're together to this day.
We'll
Because-
propose.
Wait, hold on.
And you got yourself
No,
some
no, no, but
McDonald's at
seriously.
home, girl.
Hold on.
We got McDonald's at home.
And maybe that's why we're together.
up.
And maybe that's why we're together to this day, because
Rushing the
We
man.
threw him off.
no, you ain't doing it.
Because
No,
But you
because
sound great to me, baby girl.
because
I'm trying to help you
you
right
sound
no,
great.
because I give look,
I've been great.
it's not perfect, but it's real,
Okay, but it's the thing. It's
and I can respect
the real deal.
wait, but that didn't answer my question.
What?
What I'm saying is that even if you stay in the house and don't leave, because me and my husband hang out at our home all the time. But you know what we got? We got lights. We got gas.
But remember,
We got streaming.
I was about to
Remember,
say
he can
that
pay the
Netflix
bills.
subscription.
You can pay the bills though.
But what you're proving my point.
It's the difference.
If you have an issue with meeting the necessities at your home, I do not think you should date.
I agree.
Because thank you.
Thank you.
Because wait,
Do you agree?
Yeah.
can I finish? But can
The
I
sad part about him saying I agree is that there are a lot of guys who meet the bare minimum. They already meet it. That's the thing about it. They still not getting dates. Like you still don't like those guys. It's crazy.
True love.
I know, but can I
I don't know if I agree.
wait?
I don't agree.
Hold on. But if you would allow me to finish, the point that I'm making is that if you have, matter of fact, let's just say that I wasn't married. You can't invite me to your house and you ain't got no heat. You can't invite me to your house.
Come on, man. Listen, we talking about
It's
respectable men.
Wait, no,
Wait,
no.
hold on.
That is not.
What respectable man is inviting you to his house and he ain't got no heat?
Facts.
You're proving my point.
Come on.
You know what? I've
move
realized
the goalposts.
talking to you, because now it's been 2 times. You don't really know other men. You really don't. You know yourself, and that's fine.
That
like
must
that's
be it.
that's
No,
cool.
I know myself in
No.
my community.
No.
I know myself
Boy.
in my community. And my community and men are not inviting
You live in
to that.
Alpine?
They ain't got no goddamn
Right.
heat.
You live in
This is just showing you that the women up here, they choose bums. Outside of the ones who are in a relationship, they choose the wrong guys. It is what it is.
Alpine.
Man,
But listen.
I had a
see,
Negro try
wait,
to get me
hold
to
on.
sleep at his house, no AC.
Wait.
Hello.
What happened?
I did
See?
have a lot of fun with them relationships
went.
with the box fan, no AC. I had a good time with
That doesn't work in Houston.
This one was a good time.
You still went over there.
Wait, but
To his point.
Yeah, but I wasn't sleeping over there.
Priorities together.
all we had was a
still
little
went.
TV,
right. No, that is my. Hold on.
Experience.
That
It was
no.
an experience, right?
That little massage was everything.
It's absolutely the point. My question is
Stuffy
that no,
room.
listen. If you're saying you should still be able to date, so would you invite a woman to your house if you don't have gas on?
Oh, I have self-respect.
Exactly. You're literally proving my point.
But I'm also the man that will never
No.
not have my goddamn gas on.
But that's not
Exactly.
what we're talking about.
We're having two different conversations.
That's why.
So I have
Because to me, there's a standard that is required to be a man.
Yeah. talking about.
It's a disconnect.
You ain't got no like
Right.
what?
Y'all both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Different conversations.
Hello.
Yes.
Wait, no, Rome. I agree, but the thing is that is not the premise that I set.
This is why I said
Premise-
you guys are having two different conversations.
You
Yeah.
brought in other factors. My thing is that if you cannot afford to date,
Because
you should
dating
not
does cost.
because you cannot you don't need to be dating if you can't take care of your basic necessity. No,
Hold on, but the women are still choosing. This is crazy. I know they're saying that, as a guy, we can have discipline opposed to, what we need to have set up in the forefront of our lives before we get into relationships. But these women are still choosing those guys. So, I mean, we can't force you to get into a situation. You can still have to be a willing participant. So does that mean women don't have no discernment? That mean women don't know how to pick correctly? Does that mean women need to grow up a little bit more before they choose right? Just because it's out there don't mean you need to get into it, right?
the basic necessities, which is like how you live, rent, mortgage, gas, lights, water, internet, health insurance, home insurance, like all of these things, you should not be dating.
Women don't even
If
have
you're
that
talking
together.
about being a respectable person, cool, but you're still not saying what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if these things are not a priority to you, having lights on at your house, having gas on at your house, you don't need to be dating. You
This
need
is
to
crazy.
call Con Ed and get your shit together.
But see,
Like no, there's actually no but
there
see.
is.
No,
there
no,
is.
no, no, no.
No, there is.
No,
there is.
No, there's
Wait,
there's
there is.
not.
There is a but see, because what I'm talking, like what you're talking about, doesn't even live in the realm.
We got
It's
that.
not in
of
your
what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, but that's what.
Oh my God.
That's what I
But
think.
that's
And I
why I
think
got brought up.
that's
point
that's
to
the
you.
that's the disconnect.
There is no disconnect.
Because-
No. There's not a disconnect.
That is.
No, it's not. I'm the one who set the premise.
What's the
I
word
know,
I'm looking
I
for?
know.
I set
You're
the
being-
premise. Oh, I'm sorry. I set the premise. You understand what I'm saying? So
Being difficult.
you're literally
I'm not.
no, a little bit because you're fighting the facts.
You wanna-
The facts. No, you're fighting the facts.
It's not the fact.
No,
That's-
You're
that's like me saying
you're
I'm gonna
fighting.
come
No,
in
no,
here
no,
and sit down
You're
if
fighting.
there
You're
isn't
fighting.
a
No,
couch.
you're
In my
fighting.
realm of reality, you
There's
can't
gonna be
sit
a
down
couch.
if there isn't a couch.
You're
Jada, no lie. I keep thinking that's-
Alan. Hold on. It
She's
is
like, wait, I think I'm winning. Let me go.
No, it's not a win. But the thing is that I'm the one that set the scenario. I set the premise. And the thing is that you have a rebuttal for that premise, but on a totally different set of facts. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
Shut up.
I completely understand.
see what she's
Actually,
saying?
I'm done.
Say you see.
Yes,
what
I see what you.
No, it's
She's wrong.
not even a.
you see what you're saying.
She's wrong because it goes back to who the woman choose. Regardless if it's out there, don't mean you need to touch it. I don't get it. If the stove is on, it's fired. That don't mean you need to touch it to know that it's a flame. This is crazy.
It's not even about.
I'm sorry,
like,
guys who are rooting for me, but I see what she's saying.
So, thank you.
because you know they're gonna be in there.
Thank you. So I have a question.
Nigga, what?
He should not have conceded.
Rome has been waiting for this.
For a long time.
I know.
I like
know.
your little purple shirt.
It's not.
No, you know what? Does it match your sneakers?
It's 100.
I think I'm gonna leave it right there. I don't think he should have conceded on that because it boils down to who the woman chooses. And you have a large majority of average men who still don't get selected or chosen that have a great mentality out there that want to raise a family accordingly the right way. Just women, they don't like that anymore. They've seen too much. Social media have re-engineered the brains of a lot of people, not just women, but just men as well. And now if the one guy don't offer it, another guy can offer it. And then once you start getting into experience with these guys, now you compartmentalizing sex, dating, trips, experiences, emotional support. Now you just feel like you can't choose to consolidate on one. That is the problem. We still not going to sit it on guys because there's a lot of guys out here that are valuable candidates, but guess what? These women won't look past their looks, their height, the way how they act. They might not be the most confident. They might not be the most intelligent, but they still might have a good moral and character that can send you through the end of your days. But women don't want to just deal with one guy for the end of their days no more. They're like, I know I can get better. I'm better than this dude. I know I can find something better than him. That's what it's always going to boil down to. The chick is probably going to think that she's better than you until you have to damn near prove to her that you're better than her. In majority of the aspects of her life. That's why usually when a girl get with a good guy, guess what she started realizing? This guy's way better than me. at everything probably. Let's say he got a better job. He's stronger than you. Of course, maybe he's taller than you, the whole nine. And he know how to lead the family in the right direction. And don't let him be on health and a health perspective. He's really better than you. You can't even add the value of you being a gatherer if we were in hunter-gatherer times. You can't even fulfill that role anymore to where you can make herbs. You can make tinctures and mixtures that can help nourish the body. If you're not doing those things, how can you even be a qualified woman at this point to come into a guy's life? And what he was saying earlier, don't women supposed to like speak life and breath back into you to where you should be recharged and energized to get back out there and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this for her and the family. Where is that going? Where are all those women that's supposed to breathe life? It's a lie. It sounds good. It's a good talking point that women do this. The only reason why it seems like women do this, because I'm gonna tell you what it is. Men bust y'all down, and once we get them yams, that gets us back energized. And that makes us want to go out there because we feel like we get a different type of attachment once we get in that box and it's good. And let's say the body right, but all that speaking breath and all this stuff, it ain't that. Most of the time, it's just the guy don't want to lose you. That's it. He just don't want to lose you. He enjoys the company, enjoys the yam. Now, if you got good personality with the yams and you listen, submissive, that's going to make it even better. But all this breathing life into a guy, it's fallacy, man. The guy's going to have it in him if it's already in him. If he's a go-getter, if he's somebody that's going to be on top of his game, if he don't want to just be quote-unquote average, he's going to always be trying to figure out a way to excel. He's going to be working more hours on the job. He's going to be taking on maybe another job. He's going to be trying to have different hustles in between all that. He's going to be grinding, and you should be there with him. If you find him as a good candidate, you should be there with him and hold him down. And if y'all got kids together, you probably definitely want to think twice before you just want to leave and hop out there. Man, just too many options in people's faces. It's a whole lot harder to just hold one person down. We getting in a time period where people don't want to consolidate on one anymore, you know. And sometimes less is more, not always the more factor. Y'all, I'm getting back into the working out. I'm trying to get my schedule back right when I can work out early mornings. But I miss working out, and when I'm on it. I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully, y'all follow the Instagram. I don't have anybody to record for me while I'm in the gym, and I'm not one of them people that just like to set up stands and cameras and record myself while I work out. But I wouldn't mind like having some gym content, whether it be on the Instagram or be on the JayBReacts business page. If I can get that part going or whatnot, I definitely want to get into some routines, different supplements, things like that you can take to possibly help you out for its energy, physical control, activity, the whole nine, muscle concentration, everything. And I would like to share that part of my life because that's always been something that's been in me, and I've always focused on that and cared about it. It's just I want to bring it to the forefront eventually. But I'm going to make sure I have this link in the description, y'all. Make sure y'all watch it in its entirety. Make sure y'all like the video, comment below. This is your guy, JayBReacts. And until next time, y'all. Peace.